Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? See day 3. Okay, let's bring up the advent of code page. Over here. Alright, so the only thing that I've done so far today was I pulled the data file. So we can see that here. I got day 3 data.txt. Alright, so let's go day 3.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Only pay for the data you use with Google Fi's flexible plan.
Got ads.
So when you're on Wi-Fi,
Good evening, Batch. How are you doing? Alright, so let's go ahead and read this. With the toboggan login problems resolved, you set off toward the airport. Oh, that's neat. While traveling by toboggan might be easy, it's certainly not safe. There's very minimal steering, and the area is covered in trees. You'll need to see which angles will take you near the fewest trees. Due to the local geology, trees in this area only grow on exact integer coordinates in a grid. You make a map, your puzzle input, of the open squares, which are periods, and trees, which are hashtags or pound. And trees you can see. For example, that's a good section. These aren't the only trees, though. Due to something you read about once involving arboreal genetics and biome stability, the same pattern repeats to the right many times. So it's just a repeating pattern. You start on the open square in the top left corner. You need to reach the bottom below the bottommost row of your map. The toboggan can only follow a few specific slopes. You opted for a cheaper model that prefers rational numbers. Start by counting all the trees you would encounter for the slope. Hello. Right 3, down 1. From your starting position at the top left, check the position that is right 3 and down 1, then check the position that is right 3 and down 1 from there, and so on until you go past the bottom of the map. The location you'd check in the above example are marked with O where there is an open square and X where there's a tree. Okay, so you start here, and you go right 3, 1, 2, 3, and down 1, so open. 3 down 1, and there's a tree. 1, 2, 3 down 1. Okay. I see. In this example, traversing the map using the slope would cause you to encounter 7 trees. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, did we? I didn't even get a notification that bees went live. That's disappointing. Starting at the top left corner of your map and following the slope of the right, 3 down 1. How many trees would you encounter? Okay, so let's look at our puzzle input, and this is huge. That's a lot of trees. Okay, no worries. How many lines is that? I've already uploaded it to my Advent of Code. It is a lot. 323 lines. Actually, you know what? Alright, so with open file we're gonna open is day3 data.txt, but that has to be and we're gonna open this for read.
Lyrics inspired by State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
But my rates like that. They're great like that. Drive safe like
Oh yeah,
I save
forgot about that.
straight up fast.
NTC
Good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Ryle.
This Christmas, put a little extra joy, hope, and love on your list. When you shop your local Salvation Army thrift store, you not only get fantastic deals on brand name clothes, you help rescue Christmas by reuniting families. All sales.
There you go,
from
Josie.
adult rehabilitation centers, which
Only
serve
problem is you
adults
don't
that are
actually count as a
dealing with
viewer for
substance
either
abuse.
stream,
For
but
everything
you get to
buy,
watch both of them.
You help give children the gift they want most.
So we're gonna open this as ski route.
Salvation Army thrift store.
They changed it a while back, like a couple of years ago. Maybe they changed it again. I don't know. I usually use CADGuard because I like the interface of CADGuard better. All right, so our map is going to be ski route. Dot read lines. Map is just a variable here. It's just what I'm calling it. I could call it whatever I wanted. Let's call it ski map. Or let's just call it route. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do, what's the first, what is this called? Interpolation. Is it an actual? It's a function. Python list comprehension. That's what I was thinking of. And we're gonna say strip, because every line is gonna have a new line character at the end of it. For line and route. Print route. I'm so used to using an IDE. So print the route. So count of trees that we hit is, it starts at 0. We start at row, column, row, and while row +1 is less than the length of route, I want to increment row and increment So I want to increment the row by 1 and the column by 3. And then we have the sector that we're in, or the sector that we're reading, is equal to route row call if sector equals tree count plus equals 1, print died, just because. Okay, that alias didn't work. How do I change an alias? Just overtype it? Oh, you know what? That's right. Because I called them different. Called it R and C. Did I? No. Right, but if I just alias and type in the correct alias that I want, it overwrites what was already there. That was my question. Or that's what I was asking, even if I was not exactly verbal about it. Okay, so we need to figure out overrun. Now I can use the modulus function. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. So modulus, and then the length of route C. Print So set num. No. Set number. Neat. Then just list index out of range. Let's get rid of this, because I was just being silly. Okay. Oh, not column. It needs to be the row. Derp. Yeah, that's not. Print sector. Right, okay. Got it now. 187 is my answer. Or is the answer that I got. Let's see if that's the right one. That's the right answer. And let's go to part 2. Oh, time to check the rest of the slopes. You need to minimize the probability of a sudden arboreal stop, after all. Determine the number of trees you would encounter if, for each of the following slopes, you start at the top left corner and traverse the map all the way to the bottom. Right 1 down 1, right 3 down 1. In this example, these slopes would fit 2, 7, 3, 4, and 2 trees, respectively. Multiplied together, they produce the answer 336. Okay. So we need to do a list of tuples. CP2 Day 3 part 1 dot I part 2 dot pi day 3 solution dot pi b 3 part 2 all right, so we're gonna keep essentially this same information. But we're gonna build a one moment. Sorry about that. All right. So our tree count is still going to start at 0. Our row and columns are going to start at 0. And let's build slopes. So S is going to equal a list of tuples. And they are 1, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 7, 1, and 1, 2. They're highlighting in Vim. Okay, I want to surround this all with if state or a for statement. S. Yeah. Zero. I need to reset row and count, or row and column each time. Excuse me. We need a total number of trees. Say total multiply equals tree count. Day 3 part 2 is not right. I'm relatively sure that's not right. Too low. Okay. So what am I doing wrong? Got my slopes. For each slope in S. Oh. I need to tell this that it needs to look in slope, and it's going to be the y coordinate, so 2 or 1, and the column is going to be slope 0. That ain't right either. Row. Okay. Print. Treat. Okay, so it does get all the tree counts. And then I want to say total. Oh, it's it's because I was printing tree count and not total. $4,723,280. I'm sorry, 4,723,283,400. Yeah, that's a little bit more than 44. Yay! That's day 3. Let me get my Advent of Code link. I got water right here. It's actually water and not soda. Solution at Yes, I did. I just had some water. Thank you. I just had some more. Read me, and it is called Toboggan Trajectory. Insert. Completed. Push. Origin. Make sure it went through correctly. It did. All right, so that was 40 minutes. What's next? All right, so let me show you what I did on the Python bot. If you're still around, Batch. So I added a couple of things. I moved some stuff around so that my moderators now have access to certain commands. Which reminds me. Alright, so moderators now have access to certain commands. They do not have access to the send tweet command because send tweet runs as me. However, as a moderator, you have access to create a command with exclamation create, update, remove. You can create multi-twitch or MTC. You can, I think, you could force the chat into slow mode, but I don't think it was working yesterday. You can send shout outs. You can force random encounters. You can give crowns and XP to people. You could also do this. RT. So RT, I fixed today. I know that you were here yesterday and I was working on getting information from the Twitter API. So today, off stream, I worked on it some more and I managed to do this. So we got yesterday, I figured out how to get my last tweet. And it was part of send tweet, and it would update my database table so that anytime you said, or anytime a moderator or myself entered the RT command or entered the tweet command, it would send out a tweet and update the database with the most recent tweet. Well, I didn't want to have to send a message on Twitter every single time I wanted to update that. I wanted a command by itself that would just pull that last ID. So I wrote one. This is my Twitter script, and it's got a definition or a method called get retweet. It should actually be called get last tweet, but whatever. And it pulls the last tweet. It pulls all of the information about the last tweet, and then it returns just the ID from that whole chunk of code, so that when somebody enters that command, it just on the fly updates the hyperlink that gets put into chat. And that's what this is right here. So I can also do this. I don't know why it delays, but what it does is it actually goes out and it grabs your the last time that you were streaming. It grabs whatever game you were playing or whatever category you were in, and then it returns that. And it's not the same message every time. Shout out is here. It actually, I've got 4 different messages. I want to put more in here, but I can't think of any at the moment. If you can think of any shout out messages that would be kind of nifty, I can add them. I've got a ton of lurk messages. 2, 3, I've got 6 different lurk messages. Let's fix ban. Yeah, me too. I'll at some point I'll go steal them from somebody else. I'll go sit in Bees' chat or something, like steal his shout out messages. So when I ban somebody, okay, so it just bans them permanently from chat until I unban them. And time.sleep would be a blocking process. So I have a command in the bot, exclamation ban, which automatically, if somebody types it in, will ban that person. And the reason for the ban is self-exile. There you go. It looks like username no longer thinks they can be a good member of the community and has requested to be banned. Maybe. This one I think is hilarious. So if you lurk, one of the lurk commands is your username in all uppercase. Did you put your name in the hot cup? It looks like we've lost username to the Twitch void. Hopefully they'll find their way back soon. Seems like username has gone off to take care of business. Username has been eliminated. Oh yeah. Username has been eliminated by IOI 655321. Yes. The hot cup. That's no moon. It's a trap. I need to put all of these on different lines so I know exactly how many I have. Username left for the greater unknown. Username upward. So, capitalized username. Did you put your name in the hot cup? Username. This should not be capitalized. This should be title. No, there is no, like, death yet. There was. And there can be again. Maybe I'll fix that. And then, movie quote. Well, that certainly illustrates the diversity of the word. Let's just actually quote this. No, it wasn't Rocco. Was it Murphy? No. Oh, it's Connor. Okay. Can I add that? All right, so let's look at combat. Random encounter. get rid of... Actually, I'm going to keep the comment. Alright, so I'm going to leave the beaten and bloodied. They each run off to fight another day. That is if there's a complete draw. Alright, so... let's do this. How about we make it random? Yeah, ghosts don't have weapons. Alright, so one possible response is that the loser was struck in the hit location, but managed to flee before a fatal blow was landed. Originally, it just said the fight did not end well for whoever lost. Okay. Apparently, I have to stretch. Oh, let's just stand up. How's it going, King? Alright, so we're gonna have some choice messages for combat. I don't have a camera right now. Feel free to waste those points. But you know what? I don't even know where all my hats are. So. I've got this big pink floral hat that 13th Fairy gave me for that exact reason. It doesn't fit my head. It's actually really uncomfortable. It's too small. Alright, so... how do we want to change the combat result? So X was struck in the body part, but managed to flee before a fatal blow was landed. Oh, I'll be right back. I have a perfect thing for this. Pathfinder cards critical hit deck. Okay, I don't care about that card. No. What? The pumpkin try to climb your arm like a tree again? What did you do? Oh. Okay. I'm shuffling cards. I don't want you to hear me shuffling cards because it might get loud. All right. Someone give me a number. 1 to 52. One to 52. 35. One, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 35. Okay, these cards are not what I thought they were. Never mind. However, I'm relatively sure that I can go out on the web and find a critical hit description chart. Let's do that. Dungeons and Dragons. Hit. Critical hit description. RPG. Kill. Hit. Description. Okay, this is being less than helpful. I know I've seen something like it in a book before. Stab. There we go. Oh no, that's just descriptions. Man, I was hoping to find something. Because I'm not feeling like super creative right now. Also, hit location, it's kind of weird because hit locations could be anything. It could be like left arm, right arm, torso, left leg, right leg, or head. Some of the descriptions that I can think of aren't generic enough. Because it'd be weird if your left leg goes tumbling and I don't know. Okay, save that, restart it. Until you've given. What? Hold on. Something wrong. Oh, okay. So I get it. Shoe. We're gonna add. Lost message equals a list, and that list is going to contain these two items. And then we choose the lost message. Reboot bot. Random encounter. I mean, that one's fair. Someone will need to be digging a grave for Ryle after they lost their head. Random encounter. Batch stabbed a Skaven in the head with his spear. Why is it always choosing that one? And why is it always head? Oh, there we go. Okay. Character has a 74, rolled a 20. That's not right. That is not right at all. Combat's broken. Oh, okay. I see. Let's output different debugging information. Because it's not exactly the case. Okay, so we're gonna display weapon skill first. And then the roll. Same with the player. Alright, so character, weapon skill, roll. Hit location. That might need to be converted to strength. Yep. That is a strength. All right, so character, who was it? It was Bayer. FTOPAYR. Has a 20, rolled a 37, which is a miss. The monster has a 36, rolled a 20, which is a hit. The roll was a 20, which reverses to an ought 2, which means it was a hit in the head. But head. Okay, do a couple more. So it was me. I have a 45. I rolled a 99. That's really bad luck. The monster has 35, rolled a 76. Nobody actually got hurt that time. Batch has a 26, rolled a 31. The monster has a 35, rolled a 27, which reverses to a hit location of 72, which equates to the body. Okay. Alright, well, I think that's all I got for tonight. I didn't get to bed until real late last night. So try to get to bed a bit earlier. We're gonna go over and raid Big Bees. Okay, so there's your raid message. If you're a sub, feel free to use them. Or if you are a sub, you can use the one with the emotes. If you're not a sub, feel free to use the raid messages. Doesn't matter to me whether you do or not. I prefer that you did. However, once we get over to Bees' channel, if you click on the online button, it will take you from refer/raid to directly into his channel. You count as a viewer that way. It definitely helps to support people. Everybody, I appreciate you coming out tonight. I hope you have a good one. I hope you maybe learned something or at least enjoyed yourself. I will be live again tomorrow night, and it will probably be back to Unity because there are some things I want to get done. However, I need to make a plan for that. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. And go mess with Bees because he's playing Phasmophobia.